Hello once again, this is Uncle Troy, still with a bit of a sore throat, but I think it gives me a kind of a deep, dark, mysterious voice. No, not really, just makes me sound hoarse and tired and sick. Okay, we are still playing the GiantRavine challenge. Darn you, Tarn, darn you to heck. Because we just keep finding new stuff. And in this case, I found a skeleton dungeon last episode and decided to make me a very efficient, very cute, very neat, very proper skeleton trap to drown the skeletons and give me lots and lots of bone meal and arrows. I've been playing very, very stingily with my arrows because I didn't have a lot. In 1.8, you could no longer get feathers from zombies, and that apparently that was my primary source of feathers. Apparently I never killed chickens for feathers. I always killed zombies for feathers. So I'm going to put away some of the nice stuff I have, clear up some inventory room. I am going to start digging out this area, make a little base, and then I'm going to start working on the spawner trap. Like many Minecrafters, I'm easily distracted by zombie sounds. And these sound like they're coming from directly under me and up. Yep. Okay, so here is a zombie dungeon, not too far away from the, I don't know why I did that. I think I was trying to, like, wash them away from me. But here is a zombie dungeon not too far away from the skeleton dungeon I just had like that. I think it's too far away to make a double trap of any type. And rotten flesh is not all that appealing. Hello, Mr. Zombie Arm. Let's see. I should be out. Okay, that was not very bright. I was about to say I should be able to take these people out from up here with them not being able to grab me at all. But I was mistaken. Alright, let's see. We've still got a couple more. In single player, the zombies aren't as dangerous because you actually have a chance of hitting them before they hit you. In multiplayer, sometimes hello, one more. There he goes. Sometimes in multiplayer, it seems like the lag always hits just as I swing at a zombie, and then he glitches through the blade, hits me, and then the blade hits him. Alright, I came up this little stairway here, but it looks like that opens up to an area that has already been explored. In fact, it looks like one of the zombies escaped. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Let's see. He didn't come from up there. He didn't come from over here. This is a dead end. So where did that... Hello, that's where I just was. Okay, apparently when I came down this way, I should have explored down here first, and I would have found another zombie spawner. Alrighty, let's see what's in the chests here. Okay, more of the same. Since I'm out in the middle of an ocean, and I understand that pigs do not spawn out in the middle of the ocean, then these saddles have absolutely no use. But all this wheat and bread is useful. It keeps me from having to go back to the base just yet. Alrighty, back to work. Okay, the current wiki says that spawners will look within a 8x8x3 area centered on the lower left corner of the spawner. Do not ask me which side is left on a spawner. I have no idea. And will attempt to place mobs up to 4 times in that area. And will, then wait the next 24 seconds on average before it tries again. However, an earlier version of that same article says that they will try to place anywhere within 4 blocks of the spawner, which is a 9x9x9 area. If you go 4 blocks in each direction. You end up 4 blocks each way, which is 8, and then 1 space for the spawner itself. So you end up with a 9 by 9 by 9 area, which I made one of my first, actually several of my first traps, and then I got away from it and just tried to make them, you know, smaller, figuring there's where I was digging for skeletons earlier. Then I started making them 8 by 3, figuring, well, the wiki must be right, but I get the feeling I never got quite the production rate with those 8 by 8 by 3s that I used to get with my 9 by 9 by 9s. So this one's going to be 9 by 9 by 9. I'm dug up 4 spaces above the spawner, and now I'm making sure to dig in each direction 4 spaces away from the spawner. And once again, I am fixing the walls with cobblestone instead of dirt or gravel, so that if, you know, I accidentally click somewhere, or or if a creeper blows up, there'll be less damage. Alrighty, I have cooked all the iron and gold I had on me at the time, which turned out to be quite a bit. I think I've got nearly 2 whole stacks. Actually, more than 2 whole stacks. And I've decided to use iron pickaxes instead of my diamond one for this. And I've already went through one, and now it's time to start on number 2. Yeah, more than 2 stacks of iron. About half a stack of gold, stack and a half of lupus, lapis lazuli, it's not lupus. And let's get back to work here. I think I've got got the roof about right here, and I've managed to dig about this much on 1 iron pick. So that's got us down here. Now it's time for the cobble area, the green cobble area. Okay, I now think I'm down about 4 spaces from the spawner. I made a little column there so you can see that I am 4 spaces down from the spawner. So it's my understanding, flawed though it may be, that if the spawner checks anywhere within 4 spaces from the spawner before it spawns a monster, that it will find nothing except the spawner itself in there, and therefore should create 4 skeletons almost every time. Certainly more than if it was, you know, only half size. And there goes my second iron pick. And you may say, well, if you've already gone down 2 or 4 deep, why are you digging 1 deeper? And the answer to that is that we're going to have water flowing along the bottom of this room, and the water will count as a block. So we have to dig down 1 deeper for the water to flow. Now we are 4 in every direction from the spawner except underneath, where we are 5. And then we need to go 1 deeper over here in the corner, rather along one edge, because yeah, we're 9 across. One over along this edge, we're going to put a cross current of water to push the I almost said zombies, push the skeletons toward the center, and they're going to go out a hole right here. And looks like we got some gold here. I'll be distracted. And let's see, water goes 8, counting the source block. Probably don't need that missing there. But I think from my previous design that I know that water will go about there. So that's where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, that'll be the final place that water ends up. So I can stand right here, and the skeletons will be pushed toward me, which means I need to put the drowning trap a little before that. before you start working on a drowning trap, you need to make sure that you've lit up the surrounding area. Otherwise, skeletons will sneak up on you and try to shoot you in the back. I'm not sure where he came from, unless he came from up in that dark area, which is a pretty good piece to go. But I'm wondering what's up here. Let's see. Let's see light over there. Well, hello. Looks like we got a big dark area there. And, oh, but previously explored down there. So I guess I just got to a certain point and stopped. Well, good. I was afraid once I finished with this spawner trap that I wouldn't have anything more to explore in this area. But it looks like I still have a way to go. And I'm still finding, as I dig, I'm finding more resources that I need to smelt. And that's fine by me because I'm not planning to create any type of mine here in this map. So the more resources I find while I'm doing other things, the better. Okay, now I'm making some ladders. I'm trying to figure out how much of my precious wood supply I need to use on ladders here. Because I don't want to have to like go down a little spiral staircase or anything every time I want to go down to the bottom of this trap. Every time I want more arrows. Although, to be honest, one good stack of arrows may last me an entire game. Seeing as if you fully charge the bow every time, you get Gravel Express to the bottom. If you fully charge the bow every time, you get critical hits, and you can take out the skeleton, take out most mobs with 2 shots. Now, I understand that for the 1.9, some of the mobs are going to have different health, which will make it tough on me because I'm used to 2 whacks with a sword or 2 fully charged bow shots to take everything out. I'm just going to have to guesstimate where the where this ladder should end because I forgot to dig across up there at my base. Alrighty, I believe that's just about right. Let's dig us a little peephole through here. There we go. I came out just a little bit high, but that's fine. Okay, so now we can just hop in here, slide down to the bottom, stand here, and let the skeletons come to us. Alrighty, let's see, what do we need to do next? Guess we need to start the actual drowning trap. I'm going to put my infinite spring up here out of the way. I always end up putting them too close and then having to run around them or move them again. Of course, when I try not to put them too close, I put them too far away. And that's not how you make an infinite spring. There you go. I make them too far away and then I start grumbling and growling that I got to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Start to make the trap. Alright, we put water in this corner. And water in this corner. So the skeletons will get washed into the center. Which means they can get drowneded right here above us. Okay, I had to go back up top to get a sign because any one of my drowning traps needs signs. Yes, I know I could have dug a hole straight down and had the skeletons fall down in it and drown, but I like my vertical, compact mob drowning system based on the mob evader. Can I not place? Yes, I can place a block there. So you need to put about 4 source blocks of water up here. If you can get the angle right, there you go. And that gives the skeletons space to move up, and they'll actually stack in there pretty good, because they're coming straight up. Oops, don't need that there just yet. Yeah, they will come through here. Their feet will be in the water, so they'll be trying to swim, and they'll bounce up, bounce up, bounce up till they get right in there, and then they will swim up to their, thinking they're swimming up to freedom, they will swim into this dead end and slowly drown. Hee hee hee. And this is a trick I've used before. You can pick up items through a door, but you can also click and go through a door. And until we come up with a mob that's smart enough to open doors, or has an attack which will knock doors off their hinges, we can use this. Just stand here this side of the door, and when the skeletons die, their drops should fall right down there where I can pick them up. And plus, if I accidentally somehow fall down into the trap, then I can get out through the door. Alright, so the only thing left to do now, I suppose, is put water along that far side and knock down all these torches. Someday I'm going to have to come up with a better idea of how to knock down all these torches, because this always gets a little hairy. I'm not sure if these torches up on the high up on the wall are doing anything, because in theory monsters only spawn when there's a block under their feet, but we know that's not the case because monsters don't spawn on water. So the monsters seem to spawn in mid-air, and it always strikes me as, well, do the spawning rules check the light level of the surfaces around, or does the spawner check the light level of the air blocks themselves? Because as soon as I break that last torch on the spawner, we get spawning, even though the floor down here is properly lit. Alright, so very carefully, very quickly, we have to place water all along this wall, and we have to make sure it's solid wall source blocks. Ow, ow. Otherwise, we might end up with dead areas where the water does not push the skeletons over toward this wall, where the cross currents will take them together and force them to swim upwards. Ha ha ha. Although it occurs to me that the skeletons will be trying to get toward... Ow. Yes, the skeleton's still up there. I thought maybe he'd got away. Oh, we got more. Still waiting for my first things to drop here. Anyway, it occurs to me that the skeletons will be trying to get toward me, which means they will eventually fall into the cross currents anyway. Alrighty, I hear skeletons drowning. Still got a couple more torches here. I think I can get them from up here. And now I just need to, ow. And the skeletons can shoot you from up there. Alrighty. I don't think we need us an observation area. So we'll go ahead and block this off here. After considerable fiddling, I decided, I don't like having to come all the way down here to get my arrows. So what I did was I built up and over and put the drowning trap actually right over here. And I experimented, and apparently you only need about 2 blocks high of water for the skeletons to get up there. If you try just one high, sometimes the skeletons will bounce off each other, but this way they just kind of stacked nicely. I don't know exactly the official term. And I put a stone pressure plate there because I was running short of wood. But otherwise, the water leaks out, comes all the way down here. And oops, I'll need a second stone pressure plate if I want to put it there. But come on, all the way up here. There we go. But I'm still close enough to the spawner here that the spawner continues to create skeletons. They try to get to me. Well, the water currents will push them up against this wall and then into that little elevator, which will take them up here. As you can see, just like that. And then they stack up there neatly and slowly drowned. If I had some lava handy, I'd put it up above it. And you may say, well, why does this ladder keep going up? Well, it keeps going up because I decided to be a little clever and come all the way up here to the surface of the lake or ocean or whatever this is up here. A little cloudy. And as you can see, we are completely and utterly cut off from the mainland. But our handy dandy compass says that our spawn point is right over there somewhere. So I think I can either just swim over there or maybe even make a little cobblestone path over there. And luckily the ladders hold back the water, since the ladders take up a space, even though the player can move freely through it. And as you can see, things haven't changed down here all that much, except that I've, brought the water up and over using a few signs. The sign in the back there, I'm not sure I ever got a good shot of it. It says this is the Arrow and Bone Machine by Uncle Troy. Okay, I think that's a wrap. I've shown you how I made the skeleton trap. And I've made a new design here that brings the skeletons up here to my little base, so I can just sit and watch them drown without having to go down in a hole. And I think that's all I wanted to accomplish in this episode. As far as the challenge goes, I had no real goal in mind other than survival. But so far I've found 1 spider spawner, about 4 zombie spawners, and 1 skeleton spawner now. The only thing I haven't found is a cave spider spawner. And I was watching the original tour of this cave, the original video that got me started that Tarnia posted. And it seems there's an abandoned mine shaft somewhere that the ravine cuts through that I have not even seen yet. So I think that's what I'm going to go looking for next time. In the meantime, this is Uncle Troy. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks to my 21 subscribers. Anyone who's commented on the videos or hit the like button, I really appreciate it. It gives me encouragement to keep going. So I really thank you for that. Okay, this is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.